taken the state of Georgia 20 years to even get a swab his mouth.
Yeah, and that wasn't my fault.
Oh, I mean, I'm not blaming him.
You ain't never taken the initiative to do anything.
Like I said, if I didn't know how to get in touch with you, how can I? I may have
so many social media networks here, you can find anybody here.
I'm not a social.
Ms. Jackson, you say Mr. Figures was a smooth-talking Casanova who swept you off your feet and out of your clothes and then left you with a baby.
Yes, Your Honor.
You claim Mr. Figures disappeared 20 years ago, and now you want to prove that he is definitely your son, Daniil's biological father.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Figures, the smooth talker and runaway dad, is having his runaway dash ending in court today. He is caught in the talons of Ms. Jackson, who is seeking to prove that his plans to escape and abandon his child have been foiled. Hopefully, he will not elude her this time in the same cunning manner that he won her over 20 years ago.
I couldn't take care of her. So my family actually told me, go, better yourself. Go to Job Corps, do what you need to do. And I looked for love in all the wrong places. I met him like on maybe a Friday or Saturday night. And when I saw him with the long, curly black hair, he was just so, I was stunned.
In all the wrong places, Ms. Jackson found love. For Ms. Jackson to become a mother at the age of 16, Mr. Smooth Talker must have performed his job flawlessly. It must have been quite easy to fall in love with him because of his appearance. She must have been swept off her feet by the tall build and dark-skinned curly hair. It must have been hard not to.
Bottom line, you all did have a sexual relationship, right?
Yes, we did.
So, Mr. Figures, you acknowledge that, right?
Yes, ma'am.
You did. Did you use protection? Were you guys using protection at the time?
Well, no, ma'am.
Not using protection.
We didn't.
No.
All right, and so
I definitely know it wasn't just me.
Well, that is interesting. Mr. Smooth Talker was aware that Ms. Slippery Feet was not the only one involved in their romance. He continued, however, without using any protection. What strategy must he have had? To take pleasure in the slippery slope and leave her life with honor? Better yet, run. What comes next? He has abandoned her to take care of the child's safety on her own. What a situation.
These, call yourself little nicknames or whatever, right? So at that time, that was me. See, she remember. So I had another friend also. His name was
Mustafa.
She got a good memory. So
there is another name for Mr. Smooth Talker. Majestic, Mr. That sounds so royal. It is difficult for Ms. Slippery Feet to keep her secrets to herself. Playfully, she revealed Mustafa. It would not have been too horrible to have Mustafa, but Mustafa is a friend of Mr. Majestic. Very intriguing. The slide is already quite slick, and there is no friction here. Nice.
When I found out, I thought I had a stomach virus or something. So when I went to the infirmary, you know what I'm saying, they gave me a pregnancy test. I'm stunned. I'm actually in shock. I don't have my family. So I'm really trying to
But she also had
focus
another
on
guy that she was dealing with.
It must have been a startling discovery to discover she was pregnant after believing she had a stomach virus. To be honest, that is a huge pill to swallow. She should not have any trouble believing it, though. She even muttered Mustafa's name to Mr. Majestic as they were having an unprotected SUAL encounter.
dealing with someone, meaning he had my back. Don't meaning we having sex.
Come on, man.
It didn't come to, but the person that he's talking about, he even went to him and told him, she's carrying my baby.
Does dealing not entail having S? What a line. Anyone can undoubtedly escape a web of deception with its help. In order for Mr. Smooth Talker to approach someone Ms. Slippery Feet is interacting with and inform them that she is expecting his child, he must have some trust concerns. This show is amazing.
I want to give Mr. Figures a chance to respond.
From my perspective of things, you have this friend that's in your life or whatever, and that's good. But at the same time, when you telling everybody that you dealing with this person, here it is a week later, you having sex with me again.
You are still having S with Mr. Smooth Talker while you are dealing with a guy. Great. Being the sidekick is an issue for Mr. Smooth Talker, but he needs to guard his pride more. He has a lot in his pocket because, in any case, he did not use protection with Ms. Jackson. He should use some for his ego, of course.
How has this affected you, young man?
We had hard times, rough times. We've been through thick and thin. And And she always told me don't run from your problems, so I don't run from my problem. I stay with her through thick and thin.
Daniel, poor guy. The outcome of a slick slide that happened 20 years ago. Growing up and attempting to understand his father's true nature must have been extremely difficult. Without your father to take you to the park to play or to watch you play sports. Judge Lauren is here to help you shed some light today, so do not worry.
Why is it taking the state of Georgia 20 years to even get a swap his mouth?
Yeah, and that wasn't my fault.
Oh, I mean, I'm not blaming him.
You ain't never taken the initiative to do anything.
Like I said, if I didn't know how to get in touch with you, how can I? I may have
so many social media networks here, you can find anybody here.
I'm not
another
social.
Whoa, is Daniel also a tough talker? He helped Mr. Smooth Talker see that he is just a fugitive father who does not know how to use social media to find people. In all honesty, Daniel, it is better that Mr. Smooth Talker is your father so you can give him access to social media resources to help him find people who have gone missing. Hold on, did he just state that he was unaware of Ms. Slippery Feet's last name?
Mr. Figures, you are not the father.
Oh my God.
20 years, huh? For this. I hope you fine.
The results are now in, and after a protracted argument and an emotional roller coaster, Mr. Smooth Talker was indeed quite smooth. 20 years later, he won Mrs. Slippery Feet over again, this time by denying any involvement in Daniel's birth. Who is Daniel's father then? Is it the dealer Mustafa or someone else? No one is aware.
So I'm sorry for you, man. I really hope you do find out who your father is.
It's fine.
I have to ask you, respectfully, do you know who? I mean, for 20 years.
Like, yeah, but he's been there all along.
My God. Does he have any clue that he is Daniel's biological father?
No.
Ms. Lopez, you are here today because you claim the defendant, Mr. Carbajal, allegedly perpetuated a DNA testing scam to try to deny paternity of your kids. You say you are tired of struggling daily to take care of your children alone, and you need to prove he's their biological father today.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Carbajal maintains that Mrs. Lopez has destroyed his life because of the baby, even after he conned her into thinking he is not the father by conducting a phony DNA test. I do not know Mr. Carbajal, but if you are not prepared to be in ruins, perhaps do not have S with a woman without protection. Perhaps organize your life before becoming a parent. There are a lot of choices, Mr. Carbajal.
She told me, hey, come see me, for the weekend or just one night. So I want to go see her. And that day that I want to go see her, we basically have sex that first night.
It was not that
yes,
first night.
It was.
No,
yes, it
no,
was
it
the first
wasn't.
night. Yes,
No.
it was. Yes, it was.
No, it was not.
Yeah,
Alright, so these two strangers are fighting for the first time without any protection. It makes perfect sense to do it. Mr. Carbajal tells Ms. Lopez after their devil's tango that he does not want to have a child with a woman he did not love, but she is already pregnant. Oh, Mr. Carbajal, perhaps you should avoid unprotected S with a total stranger the next time.
You're the mother of 2 children.
Yes, Your Honor.
But there is a doubt as to the paternity to both of the children. That's what you contend, Mr. Carbajal?
Yes, Your Honor.
Let's start with your daughter that's 2 years old, Aliana.
Yes.
So you claim Mr. Carbajal was the only person you were with.
Yes, Your Honor.
Are there 2 infants? So after their initial SUL encounter, these 2 decided to have S again after going through all of this with the first child? Whoa, great job, team. Once more, Mr. Carbajal, you are unemployed, yet you are adamant that Ms. Lopez is pursuing your money. Since you are totally reliant on your family and their finances, you think she has a right to them as well. What a man.
Even though you doubt it?
Because when she was first born, I was attached to her. I was really attached to her.
Okay, so you were attached to her. So then why doubt? What made you doubt?
The picture?
No, there was another man.
There was not another man.
She showed my sister Miriam.
He was a friend
picture
of mine.
a guy, and my sister took picture of her phone.
He was a friend of mine,
because that guy
Your Honor.
looked exactly like.
No.
So
Rihanna.
you were showing pictures in your phone of
showing
a
my
guy
sister.
to your sister.
What? Wait a minute. One would assume that this individual is bipolar at this stage. How could he have been so devoted to this baby girl, referring to her as his firstborn daughter and even getting her name tattooed just to suddenly change his mind about her and her mother? Come on, what happened to your desire to avoid having a child? having it with a woman you were not initially in love with. Dear Mr. Karjabal, what is happening?
I look just like my niece. I don't think my brother's the father. What other doubt do you have? Did you witness? Did you hear about her sleeping with other people?
My family was, when they were born, they didn't look nothing like us. My mom and my dad were saying
Your daughter did look
that
like you.
they had nothing related to us.
All
I've
right,
seen
so
pictures out
these
there.
are the doubts as it relates to Aliana. Let me understand the doubts as it relates to...
A male was involved, I see. Naturally, he acted that way because of another man in the photo. What were you thinking, Ms. Lopez? The sister of Mr. Carbajal is always complaining that the new man looks far more like the infant than her own brother. Please tell me who allowed this woman to enter the courtroom, and why is she here for moral support of some kind?
His birth certificate. Why wouldn't she let me? She's saying I'm the father. Why couldn't I sign a birth certificate?
Because you weren't there from the beginning.
I was there.
I was there when they both were born.
Hold on, let's get some order.
There.
Hold on, Ms. Avila, please stand up, stand up. What is it that you'd like to add? They're saying they were at the hospital. You say they weren't?
They were at the hospital after they were.
What is happening here exactly? Could you kindly take a side, Mr. Carbajal? Did you witness the births? Ms. Avila would not have it when he tried to pull a fast one. Observe how quickly the mom stood up to protect her daughter. It is really that easy. Either you were at the hospital that day or you weren't. Even though he has not been showing up, it seems like he is all about accusing this woman of staying with him for financial gain.
It was probably, she was pregnant already. And this guy looks exactly like Noah.
Your Honor, I was already pregnant with
It's a
my
big,
son and my
dark
daughter
man,
was
and
holding.
She said she
And
got pregnant in November when I seen her in December.
I was not pregnant in November,
Yes, you
okay?
were.
I'm not
She came to
nothing with
visit.
nobody.
She came to
So
visit
you
to my
believe
house.
she was already pregnant?
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Were you intimate with anyone else?
No, Your Honor, I was not.
What a full journey. These accusations simply heated up the courtroom. He made it clear that he does not trust that she is not having unprotected S with anyone at their first encounter because Mr. Carbajal had unprotected S with her. What a man. Why do it with her in the first place? If the idea makes you feel so uneasy, it did not occur to you that it was wrong when you were fused together.
He did a paternity test that he bought from the store. I did not know about it until he gave me the result that came back.
So you took a home, and that home,
Off the counter. We bought
DNA
it.
test.
Yes, my mom bought it off the counter. They came with swabbing things. You know?
Okay, so it came with all of the utensils,
Yes,
everything
and
you
then
needed.
paperwork.
A paternity test available over the counter? Really? The man is desperate to know if he is the father or not, but whatever. What were the outcomes of the test he was so anxious to take? However, Ms. Lopez is adamant that the paternity test is a hoax, even though she was unaware of it and did not hear anything about it until the day he gave her the results.
Mr. Carbajal, you are not her father. Okay, now we have the answers for Aliana. We still have to get Noah's.
My mom wouldn't have spent so much money on those tests to
We
be
spent a
swabbing
lot of
other
money.
people.
We
on
spent a
their
lot of
kids.
money to do those tests.
You guys should have still told us what you were
No, you think
going to do.
you think you guys were gonna let us?
In summary, this woman has been lying to Mr. Carbajal for the past 2 years. Take a peek at Judge Lauren's shocked expression. Ms. Lopez, was Mr. Carbajal correct? Was it with a complete stranger? By specifically claiming that she was only with Mr. Carbajal, this woman flagrantly misled Judge Lauren. It almost feels like everything she has said may be a lie in light of all that has happened.
I'll ask you again. Were you sleeping with anyone else besides Mr. Carbajal at the time?
One, Your Honor.
It's the one in the picture.
It's not the one in the
Obviously.
picture, okay? No, it's not, Christina.
Ms. Lopez,
Yes.
you stood in this courtroom and lied. You lied.
You ruined my brother's life.
You ruined my life.
You know you lied.
Judge Lauren was completely taken aback by that untruth. See how they are always arguing over the home DNA test when the actual one is right in front of them. Discuss priorities that are out of alignment. For them, the baby almost seems inconsequential. This 2-year-old toddler is completely unaware of what is happening. Additionally, see them arguing about trivial matters. Let us go on to the second outcome.
Carbajal, you are not Noah's father.
Your Honor.
Ms. Romelis, you are here today to test 2 men to determine the paternity of another.
Today we are in court to resolve Ms. Romulus's allegation that her son's father is Mr. Seymour. But hold for a second, she also says she cheated on Mr. Covington during her 4-year relationship with Mr. Seymour. But as Mr. Romulus said, that was not the same week her son was conceived. Well, who is going to tell this woman that in general, infidelity is never acceptable?
At first, everything was going really well. well. I was going to school, going to work, and he was like my financial and like spiritual guidance I needed in life. And it was just flex behind the dumpster.
Until his faith turned him into a strip club mouse who cheated and had S behind dumpsters. Mr. Seymour served as her financial and spiritual mentor. Not to mention that Ms. Romulus was basing her opinions on rumors, but Mr. Seymour is quite capable of such antics. Do not judge.
I tell him like, okay, so you do you, I'ma do me, and we took a break at that.
All right. So this ended your relationship. You took a break.
Partially, it ended our relationship.
Okay, so you decided to take a break because you did not enjoy his new pastime of frequenting the strip club and making good use of the dumpsters. However, by occasionally seeing him during your break, you continued to nibble on his cookie. What caused the break then? It is acceptable to dislike his new pastime, but why pretend to take a vacation? At the same time, you were also seeing someone else.
On our break, I decided to see other people. I cheated on him basically out of spite. I was like, okay, he's doing him, so I'm gonna do me. And I had a mutual friend I'd been talking to for like 3 months.
You are committing revenge cheating without considering the repercussions. Haha, hold for a second. Did Mr. Seymour just say that you were unfaithful by wearing his mother's ring? Whoa, honestly, you were out for blood. You must have had ulterior intentions for Mr. Seymour if you kept your other man at bay while you were with him.
Then what happens, Mr. Seymour?
I proposed her with my mom's ring, and she still go out here.
Proposed to her with your mother's ring.
Yes, ma'am. She still go out here and betray me.
Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
What a kind gentleman you are, Mr. Seymour. You used your mother's ring to ban her when you proposed. You must have been severely hurt by her cheating with the ring. Ms. Romulus said that you gave it to her as a commitment ring, but you felt deceived. Are you a direct individual, or are you also having fun?
Okay, I had sex with DJ and I had sex with Jeremy. Jeremy might be the father. I'm 100% for sure Jeremy's the father, but then again, I had sex with DJ. Look at it like, hey.
How wonderful that Ms. Romulus have some decency, but why was it unable to stop her from having 2 SUAL encounters in a short period of time? She is currently attempting to determine her son's father. She admitted to cheating, so Mr. Seymour is undoubtedly aware of it, but she chose to do it out of spite over a rumor. Nice. The outcome is a son with no known father.
They said I had sex with a strip behind the dumpster, told me that.
I told him myself.
Oh, wait a minute. The same person that told you he had sex behind the dumpster told...
Interesting. Mr. Seymour was informed by the same girl who spread the information about Ms. Romulus's other partner. Well, it looks like the chick is up to something really shady. The other man was asked by Ms. Romulus to sign the birth certificate for Mr. Seymour's alleged son. How deliberate is Ms. Romulus? Keep going. You have given it your all. Soon you will be judged by Judge Lauren.
And I had got mad and I was like, you know what? Well, let me just put it out there that it might be a possibility somebody else's father. As far as that, he's been there through his pregnancy. He's went to more than 3. Stop thinking it look crazy because I don't want.
How brave Ms. Romulus was. She normally takes snap decisions, so she had to take the bull by the horns and tell him he was the child's father. Similarly, because he has been going to the hospital with her for at least 3 months, she chose to be spiteful based on hearsay and pinned him as the father. Bravery and excellent judgment as demonstrated by Ms. Romulus.
She's a manipulator, she's a liar.
No, I'm not. I did not manipulate you.
So hold on. I brought Mr. Covington in here because I want to understand his side.
Yeah. See, basically, she just family, my brothers and nephews, so she feel like I'm the guy for her to be this child.
It is time for Mr. Covington, the big man, to clarify this situation. That did not turn out as planned. Thus, Ms. Romulus presents herself as a crafty and manipulative individual. Is she attempting to profit from Mr. Covington's labors? He will be a good father to her son because he works and has a feeling of duty. When making decisions, Ms. Romulus consistently demonstrates a high degree of intelligence. Again, congratulations to her.
Mr. Seymour, you are not the father. Mr. Covington, you are not the father.
Seriously?
The findings have provided insight, but the father has yet to be located. The hardest hit was Mr. Covington. He must have believed he was the boy's father. The manipulator made the most of her abilities despite not knowing Ms. Romulus. She had different ideas, which she executed flawlessly. Since the DNA results have allowed her to conduct additional searches, her journey is still ongoing.
That has to be somewhat wrong, though. I'm not even.
Somewhat wrong.
Yes,
All
it
the
has
way
to be
wrong.
wrong.
What? 2 years?
Let me tell you something. Men lie. You say you are 100% certain that the defendant is your 15-month-old son, Jasion's biological father, and today he's going to put his name on the dotted line right in front of his girlfriend. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Harris, you...
On today's episode, Mr. Harris will do whatever it takes to get his name on the dotted lines in front of his girlfriend. Ms. Capples has come to battle tooth and nail in order for her to achieve this for her 15-month-old son. Additionally, Mr. Harris has decided that it will not occur. Finally, Ms. Capples ought to avoid him and his girlfriend. Let us watch how it develops.
Mr. Harris, I made him my man crush Monday. He's a good guy, hardworking, good father. We messaged back and forth on Facebook for a while. After that, we exchanged numbers, and after that, we started hanging out, getting up, and...
Do you remember finding out Ms. Capples was...
In an imaginary world, did you and Mr. Harris go to the same high school, Ms. Capples? Is Mr. Harris attempting to put you on the back burner in front of his girlfriend? Why did you and Mr. Harris go to the same school, and he says you did not go to the same high school? The DNA result will provide us clues to a lot of questions, not to mention that after telling him you were pregnant, you vanished. Oh, and Man Crush Monday is also a nice man.
He told me about the situation and was like, I was talking to some girl, I may have a possible baby with her, whatever. So and one day we're out with the kids bowling, and she wrote him and, oh, that B and this and that. Basically was just always her writing every blue moon about me.
You are an agitated nerve, Ms. Capples. To avoid passing judgment, it is blatantly contradictory to say that you are not envious of your man crush's relationship while writing and messaging about his partner on a regular basis. You may be eager to write things down, so it is all right. However, dating someone else while pregnant is a huge deal for Mr. Harris.
Started talking around September, Mr. Harris. Anyways, like I said, all the way up until the beginning of May. If you go back 9 months, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this is the window of conception where my son was born, and this is within the time frame that I was still intimate with Mr. Harris.
And this is the information.
Ms. Capples is not playing on this court, so hold on. An entire calendar board with highlighted days and months is shown on an exhibit. Come on, ma'am. This is ridiculous what you just did, and the DNA results should match your estimates. The fact that Mr. Harris is not your son's father is already a lot.
He did not tell me that he was dealing with other women while me and him were talking, so I did not know that he was playing the
and text other women back.
I went through your phone. I didn't. Yes, I did.
Salty.
Cut me off.
Yeah, that's the time y'all stopped talking.
Girl, and you were there when he was.
He don't even know your real name.
The girlfriend of Mr. Harris truly came to stand by her man. I will not allow any Facebook chick to snap my boyfriend or even put a fatherless child on his neck, she says. She is such a helpful woman. By searching through her ex-boyfriend's phone and responding to texts from girls, Ms. Capples obviously be a jealous protector. Hold on, did he just admit that he did not know her true name?
Best friend, she told me that the kid is not mine. On social media, I was getting messages over people she knows, people her friends.
You said she told you the child was not yours.
She told me not too long ago that she did have sex with one guy.
After the fact.
No, after
The way these males in paternity court are saved by their friends. So Mr. Harris was informed by Ms. Capples' friend that she was having an affair. Alright, so Ms. Capples, the Wonder Lady, says that this act was only done once and after she became pregnant, therefore she does not see anything wrong with it? Alright, so it is reasonable that she was unaware of her pregnancy. Hell no.
She delivered the baby. The next morning I came up there. And
you did?
When I looked, he didn't look like me at all.
No, he does
and
not.
I had my doubts. I had been had my doubts, but like I say, everybody around town says that she goes around saying it's another guy's baby.
When you came up to the hospital to see the baby, did you sign the birth certificate?
No, I didn't.
This is where something hilarious just happened. Ms. Capples confirmed Mr. Harris's claim that the boy did not resemble him. Well, Ms. Capples, why are we here? He questions why, in order to protect his personal reputation, he did not sign the birth certificate. But for the first few months, he purchased necessities for the infant. Remember, he was not present during the birth, so why are we here, Ms. Capples?
You come to the realization that that was you being angry, and now that's why you're here in court today, because you know that your child deserved to have mother and father listed on his birth certificate.
Yes, Your Honor.
How many times have you seen him?
Not a lot.
Yeah. She don't know that, but she, oh no, I don't want Alexis around him.
It is all about you and the dotted lines, Ms. Capples, today. Because you realized your initial decision was incorrect, you wanted him to sign the birth certificate 15 months after it was given to him rather than at the time of delivery. In fact, most of the time, everyone makes the wrong decision. However, why do you want your supposed enemies to participate in the signing after preventing them from seeing the child? Well done.
I want to know, since 15 months has passed and there's been no real attempt to get a DNA test, have you allowed him to be in Jayceon's life? Because the baby's a year and a half now.
I did give him the opportunity, but he was always, what's the point of that?
Since Mr. Harris is constantly busy at work and you do not want your child living with his girlfriend, he has not seen this youngster for the past 15 months. Alright, great, but you do recall that you mentioned he is the father of the child. Both of you ought to have joint custody of the child. Like you, every parent has the right to see and spend time with their child. The DNA findings will soon be available.
Mr. Harris, you are not the father.
You didn't sleep with no one else.
Miss
Well, I
Caples?
would like to publicly apologize to Mr. Harris. I honestly thought that it was yours. We messed around. We were intimate a lot, and you know we were.
Ms. Caples, wow, you certainly showed maturity. Apologies to Mr. Harris in public. Come on, given the stress you caused the lovers, that is not a good one from you. Well done. However, since the DNA findings indicate that the child's father is not your crush, your quest to find the child's father continues. You have one challenge to solve then. Judge Lake clarified this further.
Just learn from this lesson because there's been a lot going on here. I mean, I was annoyed, I was disgusted by the behavior I witnessed in this courtroom between you two women. This has been 2 years of drama for nothing. You immediately apologized to Mr. Harris. You're here to prove to your ex-boyfriend is not the father of your 3-year-old daughter, Zaylee Rasmussen.
Yes, Your Honor.
You claim you've been in an ongoing court for a DNA test, all of which have been denied.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Rasmussen, you claim the real reason Ms. Miller is denying your Zaylee.
Mrs. Miller despises Mr. Rasmussen to the core. She went to paternity court because she could not bear the idea that he was the father of her child. Mr. Rasmussen feels completely wrong that this is all being thrown at him out of the blue after being there for the baby her entire life. He has come to demonstrate that he is the child's biological father.
They want me to have visitation. I drive 160 miles every other weekend just to pick up my daughter and drop her off. That's about 10,000 miles. That's wear and tear on my car. She doesn't have a driver's license. She doesn't have any way to bring her to me. She doesn't have any way to meet me halfway.
You say she hates you?
She hates.
Oh, the card of deception. It is understandable why she despises you, Mr. Rasmussen. Did you go to another woman after the conclusion of the relationship, or was that turn of events the reason for the breakup? Here you would have to be much more detailed. In response, Ms. Miller made the decision to completely oppose the idea of meeting him ever again, even in the presence of his purported child.
I hated him for being a cheater. He cheated on me through pretty much our whole relationship. No, I do not hate him because of that.
He says this is about visitation too. He loves his daughter, but you don't want him to have the visitation. Is that true?
Yes, Your Honor.
Indeed, this woman is not mince words. She forbids him from being close to her daughter for that very reason, because he was unable to keep it in his pants. She completely lost her respect for him during their relationship. Mr. Rasmussen, the whole idea of a relationship is the notion that you will eventually decide to be with just one person. If you cheat at every turn, what good is it?
Be in her life as much as I possibly can.
I mean, if he's driving 160 miles each way every other weekend, the money he get in his taxes, he's spending in gas.
I'm paying my child support. I have my child support payments right here, plus an additional $3 fee, plus an additional $60 annual fee.
All right, that adds up. This father truly goes out of his way to see his baby girl every time. It is your turn now, Ms. Miller. How would you like this man to help you? What would it cost you to just have him be a part of her childhood when he is already spending some money on the baby? He is now accusing Ms. Miller of dressing up his infant daughter in extremely poor attire.
In this child's life.
Because I still believe that he is not hers.
Okay, and listen, that's what we're here for. I want to get down to the bottom of the truth. You don't believe he's her biological father?
Yes, Your Honor.
So explain to me why.
When she was conceived in March of 2011.
It is tit for tat then. She too cheated, and now this woman is informing us about her ex-boyfriend's infidelity in paternity court. His cheating does not explain your cheating, Ms. Miller. The right thing to do is to break up, or better yet, not cheat at all. Although they are both cheating on each other, only one of them became pregnant and is the child's legal parent. Ms. Miller, it is never a good idea to cheat.
But clearly, at some point, Mr. Rasmussen either thought or was informed that he was her biological father because he is paying child support, he's still driving 160 miles each way, and she has his last name.
Yes.
Mr. Rasmussen, fill me in. At what point, clearly, at some point, Mr. Rasmussen either thought or was informed that he was her biological father because he is paying child support, he's still driving 160 miles each way.
Whoa, Ms. Miller. This place is beginning to appear really weird. Normally, mothers in court would want to demonstrate that they were only with the male, but not Ms. Miller. She's making it clear that she had S with someone else. The mere notion that Mr. Rasmussen is her child's father is unacceptable to this woman. What a lady.
At the birth, I was at every single doctor's appointment. When Zaylee was born, you were at a doctor's appointment. I was at home because I had to work that day. I was at my job as a cashier. I got a phone call and I answered.
To be there for Ms. Miller and the baby, this man traveled across 7 oceans and 7 deserts. In addition to his doctor's appointments, he drove for 45 minutes from the middle of work. He attended each and every one of them. He signed the birth certificate as well. The day the baby was born, the bloody thing. When did Ms. Miller decide to change things up? And why, if this man was so encouraging from the beginning?
And raise our daughter together until about 3 months after she was born. One of his friends told me everything that he was doing throughout our entire relationship, cheating on me, going to multiple places to meet multiple girls.
Oh, it is crazy. This woman harbors a great deal of animosity toward Mr. Rasmussen. 3 months after the kid was born, she also learned about this. Does this imply that he continued to do it during her pregnancy or worse? Even after she gave birth, did he continue to cheat? All of the helpful things he has been doing must be motivated by some kind of desire for compensation. Mr. Rasmussen has not been sincere, and it is starting to look that way.
You know deep down there's another possible father.
Yes, Your Honor.
Why wait so long to tell him?
I told him the first time that we had a court date, but the courts threw it out.
Even before you tell anybody in court.
Yes, Ms. Miller, regardless of whether you were cheated on or not, you may have informed him sooner that there was another man involved. What about his personal bond with your little girl? The idea that this individual might or might not be the father is now causing a great deal of stress in the courtroom. Will Ms. Miller allow him access to her if he turns out to be the father? What a pair.
To have Mr. Rasmussen taken off of child support?
I have told him a couple times that if he would just sign her over to me, that he wouldn't have to pay child support anymore.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna give up that easy. I'm fighting for what I know is mine.
That man is now genuinely interested in being the father of this young girl. His relationship with her is extremely valuable, and he is making every effort to preserve it. He had to battle to be allowed to see her every other weekend. Let us go on to the question that has been occupying the room like an elephant. If he is not the father, what will happen? To be honest, he will not be able to handle that news. Let us go on to the finding.
It has been determined by this court. Mr. Rasmussen, you are not the father. That's a lot of nerve, considering the alternative is somebody that don't want nothing to do with you, with Mr. Wallace and Miss Roberts. Previously, you were here because Mr. Wallace questioned the paternity of your other child, but now, today, you say you need to prove to Mr. Wallace that he is the father of your 9-month-old son, Ronette.
Our regulars in court today are these. This is the 3rd time they have prolonged this matter, and Mr. Wallace is hoping that Ms. Austin's enjoyment would come to an end today. Because of her son's paternity, she is bringing him before the court.
You were standing on the defendant's side with Ronielle,
yes,
Mr. Wallace. So now, Mr. Wallace, you back with Miss Roberts.
Yes, ma'am.
But you still going back and forth between the two women because she's pregnant.
Let us take a drink of water. Mr. Wallace resembles a table tennis ball at the moment. Whoa, the last time you were here, you had the present plaintiff as your girl, and now you are here with your girl, the last complainant. You are really skilled at what you do. You are going to get some serious bruises, man.
Things started out okay, but we all know that wasn't gonna last long. Ronielle Wallace was still bouncing back from being Kendrelyn. I had enrolled in school, but I never did go because I had got pregnant once again with Ronielle, and she got pregnant with her baby, with her son.
To say that she is back for the same reason is sufficient. Her learning curve is obviously flat. Additionally, Mr. Wallace places himself in the same category as her by acknowledging that he might be the father. Since their last visit, they had all had a really untidy run, and it is really obvious. With the DNA results, Judge Lake is able to shine her light.
When we was together, I had installed, it was like spyware on her phone. It's what they would duplicate her text messages and call log and send a copy to my email.
Mr. Wallace 007, in order to monitor who she was texting or speaking to, you placed spyware on her phone. More accurately, you bugged or tapped it. What a multi-talented man. Well, I guess you were able to figure out that she was cheating. He just told you that he installed spyware on your phone, and you are still disputing it and demanding evidence, Ms. Austin?
We are going to speak to women respectfully in the courtroom. You can express yourself.
If I'm dead, so why you keep on sleeping with me? Why? I'm pregnant.
pregnant again. Why? Right. You say that about
All
her.
right.
Yeah.
So
Why
now,
do you allow it?
What in Earth's name is this nonsense about? Despite sleeping with other persons, the two individuals continue to share an unsecured bed. It is a lot to handle. Additionally, it is funny how the plaintiff and the girlfriend somehow managed to make the show about them. Like all women, a girlfriend wants to support and shield her partner. However, Ms. Austin, the complainant, is in excruciating pain and is striking people.
Pregnant right after you pregnant. Of course, I'm gonna have doubts about the child.
right. Miss Austin, are you admitting that you also had a relationship with somebody else during the time?
No, I wouldn't even call it a relationship.
Did you actually get pregnant via talking to people? Because you became pregnant right after your last pregnancy, Mr. Wallace claims. He has good grounds to question the child's authenticity because of this. Ma'am, you say that because you were hurt, you were only speaking to these people, or rather, just one person at a time. There is a problem here. Paternity court corrects the situation. That is what it does.
Try to get back at me for the things that the mistakes that I made.
Actually, Raniel left his apartment and he moved with Kendrelyn.
Just out of the blue, he woke up and said, I'm
Exactly. I
gonna move with
didn't
Miss Roberts now?
Just go with her.
So what?
Retaliating by cheating is not a smart idea because there will undoubtedly be consequences. You currently have a fatherless child as a result of your attempt at promiscuity after Mr. Wallace cheated on you. Whoa, even if Mr. Casanova does not want his women to cheat or have affairs, he is able to do it. How perfectly suited he was. Mr. Wallace, you are partly the issue.
It all off. Look.
They have the same chin.
Let me see that. Is that evidence you'd like to present?
Yes.
Okay. Walk me through what these pieces of evidence are. The first piece is
The chin. You see that chin? Look at they feet.
Come on, please. Does the fact that they share a chin and feet indicate that he is the child's father? No, no, no. Ms. Austin, do not base it on that. The child is not his, and you are well aware of this, based on the slight physical similarity and the chin. Although physical similarity can be a useful piece of evidence, it cannot serve as the foundation. You did a great job bringing this to paternity court for that reason. The truth will be screaming from the DNA result.
The apartment that I have now is because I moved in because of Raniel. Because of Raniel. Raniel left me to go be with Mr. Robert. He don't care. It's all about him, and he doesn't care.
The card for crying? Even if the tears will flow, the DNA results will remain unchanged. To be honest, Mr. Wallace needs to unwind and take a break. It is clear that Ms. Roberts wants him to herself. That is what is hurting Ms. Austin. He lets the women position themselves and then he jumps on them until he needs a new lady, that is. He then scouts and boards. What a dude. What a psychopath. Oh, Mr. Wallace.
Mr. Wallace, our Ronell's father. I want to get you all some. I have joining me today via Skype a gentleman by the name of Mr. Wright.
Oh, Mr. Please confront reality and pick up your luggage. The father is you. Make this your final visit as well. The DNA results are available and they are truthful. Man up and take on your fatherly responsibilities. This time, Judge Lake has not only illuminated the way, but she has paved the way for you. Follow it and follow Mr. Wright's advice. There are no further retaliation affairs for Ms. Austin. This case was really difficult.
A number of social services, I have a number of resources that I want to wrap these young people in, but are they willing to accept my help?
For the very best, go back, talk about this, talk to the counselor, take advantage of every resource. Remember,